with MVP. They lock a lot of stuff in.
All right, well, looks like it's going to be the Jace. Ian has played this a couple times in mid. Has looked considerably better than when we saw Kuro play the Jace, so should be fairly comfortable for him. But yeah, Camille's support. This is unexpected to say the least.
But it does mean Marin's on Rumble, and that's something that everyone is excited to see. Probably the most famous Rumble player in the world.
And usually we see it banned away from him.
Right. He is an excellent Rumble, and guess what? Rumble has a wonderful matchup into Poppy, who cannot deal with his pushing in the early game. So afreeca foxed us a little bit. I think a lot of people here are surprised to see the Rumble and our first flexing of the Camille. Another reason why she's so popular even after nerfs. Rumble versus Poppy. Marin on the Rumble is a really fun thing to track, so expect a lot of jungle attention in top because Marin in his level 4 is never to be forgotten.
You know, it's really impressive as a team to have a more surprising draft than MVP.
I know,
does.
right?
So very, kudos to afreeca for putting this together. But now they need to execute on it.
Yeah, the jungle matchup is different. Kuro is on a champion he's impressed on when he has had that up and down performance, so we'll track to see if he can make the nice map plays. We've seen so many great Weaver's walls in pro play this week, splitting people away. Maha on comfort.
Yeah, I mean, he did so well in that match against Samsung game 2, so going to be looking for that level of performance from Kuro yet again. Tucson, we'll see how he manages with this. He's had some struggles in the past. Now going on to something he has to be very proactive on as far as support is
Very
considered.
mechanically gifted player. Great solo queue player. Let's see if you can translate that onto the Camille support.
All right, well, it's going to be an interesting matchup, so let's go ahead, waste no more time, and jump onto Summoner's Rift for Game 1 of Freecs versus MVP. Coming into this one, flash forward, Barn gets stunned into the wall, trying to trade some damage back. Kuhn comes through, no chance of dodging that one out, and he is just going to go down, doesn't use the flash, just admits defeat. That's first blood going over to MVP. Nice start for ADD, can get some MR coming through on this back. Coming back in, I mean, we saw double if play the Draven earlier today. Also didn't work out too well. Maha now getting jumped on. Ultimatum comes down. He goes low. Wild Growth coming through, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. Kill goes over to Mowgli, and afreeca finally put one on the board. So he's definitely having the most success. And everybody, TP's coming through immediately from Martin. Will be matched by ADD. Kramer flashing away on the backside. Loses both of his summoner spells. Now everybody arriving. Beyond going to be the first one to fall. ADD gets a stun on the Marin underneath the turret, but there's going to be no follow-up. Has a flash away. The turret shot still coming through. Ultimatum down onto Maha. Seismic shove connects, and he goes down as Kuro arrives. Nice pickup coming through. Hook shot forward. They find E, and they take him out. A double kill going over to the Talia. Can he add more onto it? Throwing out those threaded volleys, trying to chip down ADD. There it is. Finds the triple. Max out of range. Will not go down for the quadra kill. But afreeca Freecs win the fight and take out 2 turrets simultaneously.
How to win the early game in just one play. Only need to commit 4 members, but got absolutely everything. As Max looks to consider stopping the back. And get an assassination. Very nice.
And we'll see where they go from here. This could just be rough times. Max pushing forward, looking to clear some vision. Gets popped, throws down the Wild Growth on himself, but it's not going to be enough. Now Ash Arrow connecting onto Ian Weaver's wall, going to cut him off. Nowhere to go. Jumps back in to try to trade some damage. Flashes late. The volley still comes through from Kramer, and they take him out. Misplay by Ian. He loses his life. 2 kills down, and now the outer turret might fall as well. They can go ahead and take this up. Marin relatively healthy. They will go ahead, find that third and final outer turret. They're going to be looking to finish off this turret in the bottom lane. That headshot comes through.
Ultimatum.
Yeah, ultimatum thrown down to Ian. Big equalizer. That's going to be the Wild Growth. Not able to keep him up yet again. Kramer finds the kill. Max getting locked up. That's just going to be a double going over to the Ashe. And afreeca, they keep pushing forward. Hook shot in, looking for Maha. He gets slowed up as Marin just sticks to him like glue in the back. Flame Spitter will finish him off. Beyond trying to trade one on the Tucson, cannot get it. 4 kills again go over to afreeca. And this is almost looking like surrender in 20 territory here for MVP. Pushing in, trying to clear out this vision.
That vision, they've got no vision.
Big damage going through onto Beyond. As the seismic shove comes out, he's going to come down from the rappel, flashes away, barely keeping himself alive, at least for the moment.
Overheated.
Marin getting on top of Maha. Look how much damage he rips off of his HP bar. And now afreeca chunking out multiple members, one of them being the Elise. They're going to go ahead and start up this Baron.
Marin wasn't overheated. The equalizer would have ruined them in that terrain. Nice. Weave as well. There's no way for them to close down, but the Baron's not dead yet. Down to 3,000.
Still going low. Beyond can't get in there in time. Likely could have come up with a steal, as it was a miss smite from Mowgli, but Marin's able to pick it up. And afreeca just looks so clean. Over 10,000 gold in the lead here, just 23 minutes in.
Maybe not.
Screw that. Bow out of this one. afreeca just going to go ahead, force up in mid, take out this inhib turret. Likely going to be the inhib to follow. They jump forward. Juicin going in, throws on the ultimatum on top of Max. He's taking so much damage. Will get popped. Throws on the wild growth right at the last second, but it's not going to do a damn thing. He goes down, and afreeca can just continue this push. They have the waves fairly well prepped in top and bot. They can rotate wherever they want. Looks like Marin's going to go down to the bottom side.
I mean, MVP are emaciated. I think they're probably low on confidence, and there's just nothing they can do. This game is certainly a wash, barring a massive mistake from afreeca Freecs. MVP should already be talking about Game 2, because Game 1 has been dictated by afreeca Freecs.
Yeah. And that mistake has to happen in the next minute and a half, 2 minutes or so. Otherwise, all three inhibs are going to go down. And from there, it becomes almost impossible for MVP to make the return into this game. Juicin yet again just jumping in fearlessly. Yeah, just threatening that dive every single time. Maha almost goes down. TP coming through from Marin. Will get interrupted. Just wanted to get right up to that top side of the map even faster. Ooh.
As the cards lie, maybe looking unlikely, but here we go.
Dash arrow coming out, locks down Max. Juicin gets polymorph. Big equalizer thrown down yet again. Redemption will come through, keeping multiple members of MVP alive, but maybe just for another moment or so. Juicin keeps being the target of these polymorphs, but all of a sudden here comes Kuro, firing off with the threaded volleys, just taking out two members already. The bot lane goes down, followed up by ADD and Beyond. Ian desperately trying to retreat, but won't be able to do so. A quadra kill over to Kuro. Can't get the penta, but they'll get the win. 28.5 minutes. afreeca Freecs absolutely destroy MVP.
To warp the matchup a little bit, not allow Nautilus the safety, and okay, lock in on Talon. We got the Talon in this game finally.
All right.
Kuro's tried it before. See if he can find a more favorable performance in this game. That's an all-in mid lane if I ever saw one.
Yeah. Have to jump in on top of that Syndra. Exhaust right now being hovered by Ian, likely going to see the summoner spell that we see brought to the table from him. Kuro is going for the ignite. So if he doesn't get the pop, then it's just going to be a very painful endeavor for him in mid. But Juicin back on something very comfortable with that Malzahar. And Max takes Zilean into it. This is really risky, but he's got to have a lot of confidence coming into this.
And there's ways to make it work. It just doesn't work as well as it sounds on paper, because the silence often messes up the chrono shift, which is something you're holding on to for that opportune moment right at as the last bit of damage is being inflicted. So we'll have to track that. Also, Kuro, away from a champion he's had success on and with any consistency, is always a very interesting proposition to consider. It's ultra comfort for Ian, and Kuro on a skill matchup and a champion he's not known for, which traditionally goes against Kuro. So we'll see if he can have an increased level of performance on the Talon.
All right, well, almost had the pentacle there in game one with the Talia. Weaver's walls were on point. Now we're going to be playing a completely different style with this Talon. We'll see if Kuro can bring that to the table, dominate lane, and give Ian his first game loss on the Syndra 8-0 as of now. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 2 and see what happens.
Uptime on silence is big. Okay, Rengar's here.
Stun throw onto Juicin. He's going to take quite a bit of damage here, but now Mowgli comes in from the side. Bola comes down. Deadly Flourish won't find a root.
Didn't have...
They'll be all right, but that's flash away from Maha. Nearer to that point here. Level 8 for Kuro. Top lane still going very much the way of Marin. Depth charge comes through. ADD going low. Still has the flash. Gets Skarl back. Charges forward. Or dashes forward. But that's pretty much going to be it.
Violent tendencies.
Pushing a very minor lead. Beyond's roaming down, maybe for the wraparound. Juicin just checking over the wall with that Voidling. We'll spot him out.
That Talon coming around, so if he got vision, might have just ulted over the wall.
Have to be careful. Mowgli's running down as well as the TP coming through from Marin. They're locking up Maha. He's going to be the first one to go down by the look of it. One more shot would finish him off. He's going to fall, but actually it's going to be the Max that goes down first. Maha now getting locked up by the Nethergrass. Will get jumped on. Should go down as the Riptide comes through. A double kill going over to Marin. ADD desperately trying to run out of here. Has the charge to take him out to safety, but 4 kills picked up by afreeca Freecs only losing Mowgli.
At this game.
Oh, Beyond jumps over the wall, but Kuro's waiting. Pops the ultimate, going in. Exhaustus comes down. Doesn't come down. Parkour over that small little bit, and Beyond's able to make it out with his life.
But now Beyond's jungle is already something that's being invaded pretty reliably. Rengar's hunting. Speaking of hunting.
ADD, yep, gonna lose Pled. Kuro, though, goes low. Hex Drinker keeps him alive. He jumps out to safety, and now Mowgli coming forward. Ian's low on mana and HP. He gets rooted down. Do they go for this one? Yeah, Deucin says, hell yeah, flashes in. Gets the lockdown with another grass, but Beyond comes in, finds one. Malefic Vision's ticking away. Voidling's there. One more hit will do it. Kuro gets him with the bleed in the end.
I feel like the setups from MVP in both games have been a bit underwhelming.
Oh, Kuro comes over the wall, finds he in the. There's no exhaust, and yeah, he's just gonna slowly bleed and burn out. And the Marin, get a bit of damage through. Unleash power takes him quite low. For which now ADD gonna get jumped on here. Nethergrass coming through. Maha arrives, throws down the trap. Won't find Kuro, but he might still find the kill.
Yep.
Jumps forward. And the Chrono Shift comes out in time to keep ADD alive, at least for the moment. But Kramer, he's got another shot. And he takes him down 1-0 over to afreeca.
Yeah, nice pick there.
TP, really deep TP coming in from Marin by the red pit.
They want to keep engaging this.
Yeah, they're trying to keep MVP grouped up here in the mid lane.
They don't know where he is.
Locked down, Kuro gets stunned. Bola won't connect. Dredgeline in on the back. Exhaust immediately comes down onto the Nautilus. Depth charge pops up Maha from behind. And they're just going to get annihilated. The W from Mowgli coming up with a double kill. They can just keep pinching in if they want to. On further items, and so far, things just not looking too hot for MVP after these last couple skirmishes. Just going to try to get a kill onto Mowgli. Drags him back in. Collateral damage does come up with it. So actually nicely done by ADD. Very well executed with this Kled. Now Marin roaming down. He's by himself. They could just try to do this all over again. Replicate the scenario. The dragon, Dredgeline comes through, Beyond over the wall. Can slow him up with that red buff. We'll go ahead and use that depth charge. Get hit, but just go ahead and keep diving on. Shields coming through. Should keep Marin alive, and he'll waltz his way out. Yeah, Dragon just going to be started up. Beyond going to try to finish this one off. Does come up with a smite. Mowgli getting locked down, and he's going to get popped. One kill going over. ADD jumping in onto Kramer. Ace in the hole comes through. A double kill over to Maha. Nicely held off by ADD to give that kill to the Caitlyn. And MVP come up huge.
Yeah, the team positioning there for afreeca didn't really jive with how they were playing the fight. They backed off, but Kramer opened up in basically melee range of ADD on this Kled, and MVP want to punish them in the biggest way possible. They're walking up to Baron.
This is still so very risky. Mowgli's going to be up in 10 seconds. It's going to take them a while to get through this Baron. Depth charge is still there for Marin. Kuro. Throw away in, has that shield coming in, jumps in over the wall. Baron going low. Can they finish this off? Beyond needs to come up with the smite. Kuro takes out Maha. MVP just falling in the backside of the pit. Beyond is able to take this away. He now is just getting locked up, flashes in, is able to get a final kill on the exit. Marin's on the chase. Can he lock down the Graves? No, the quick draw comes through in time. He's got the CDR to get himself out to safety. Again, Marin TPing into the back as you look on the mini-map. EDD not matching yet, just trying to lock down the Talon. Won't be able to do so, and now won't be in the fight. Depth charge coming through will pop up multiple members. Maha gets locked up by the dredge line. One more hit would take him out. Has the chrono ship ready to go. Will get popped in the end, and now ADD arrives, trying to stop this push in from afreeca Freecs. His Talon is coming in on the flank. Max getting dragged in. ADD losing the Scarl. Has to try to kite back, but he gets popped as Kramer comes up with the kill.
That's one.
Going in, finds one, looking for more. Beyond, trying to take him out desperately with this Graves, but just might not be able to find the damage. Does off the backside of that bomb, but he's going to get burned out from the bleed and the help of Kramer with that Deathfire touch.
I used to sit in my, I guess it was living room was the best way to describe it, casting Chinese games back in Season 2, so you know about that passion. Speaking of passion.
Max getting locked down, does get the chrono shift out onto himself, but now everybody else is exposed. Kuro pushing forward, looking for Maha. He'll comes out, he'll stay alive for now. Ignite is taking another curtain call, gets opened up. Mowgli jumping in, all on his lonesome, but still more than healthy. Jumping forward is the rest of afreeca joining him in this crusade. They'll find 3 kills already, looking for more. Maha gets rooted down by the Bola. The silence will kill him in the end, and Kramer gets that movement speed increase, will be able to push forward, takes out Beyond. That's going to be the inhibitor line broken here. 32 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock for multiple members of MVP. afreeca, can they finish it right here, right now?
Only 3 ranged minions. It gets a bit tricky. We'll see if they try to trade tank it and try and bulldoze it down with 32 minutes in. Still not assured, but looking likely for afreeca.
Quite a bit of damage here from Kramer on these 4th shots. Go ahead and pop the turrets. Tucson, will go ahead and give his life over, get executed for the take, but they can't finish off this last Nexus turret by the look of it. Kramer will stick around for this. Could be risky. Max now spawning. TP's coming in from the back from ADD. They're going to try to punish this as best as they possibly can. As the home guard zipping his way down, trying to cut off this Jhin.
Someone has to die here.
Yeah, charge is not available. It's got to dash forward with the joust. Trap won't connect, but the bear trap will. Drags him back in. Bomb comes down, and they will find 1 kill, but that's it. Yeah, could just go ahead, jump over the wall. MVP do start this up. Beyond still not in the vicinity.
The moment he shows in the base, they start to get worried. This is the scary part for MVP.
And the Baron's going low.
Marin needs to stop the bats.
He's going to disrupt them as best as he can. Kuro's going in, has the super creeps coming through. Ian
no back
getting
set.
Locked down. Mowgli takes out Maha. Ian falls. The big damage dealers of MVP have been eliminated. Kuro parkouring over the Nexus. Goes in with the ultimate redemption coming down to keep them alive. And he will get popped. He will not be able to backdoor. But still, so much damage has been dealt to MVP's base. It's just ADD and Max. And there's going to be 4 members pushing in. 1 rotation of bullets from Kramer will kill that Nexus.
Will they try the suicide push or to take more inhibitors? Right now, it seems like some more of that suicide push, Achilles.
Kramer's still a ways away. If they can get a pick, they can go for it. Marin going in with the depth charge, drags himself through. Tucson's here to back him up. There's just no way for them to kill this Nautilus. That will be game 2. Going over to afreeca, 35 minutes on the clock. They close it out with a 2-0.